What's up guys, Matt back again with another unboxing video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Golden All Might Masterlise Extra Last One prize from Ichiban Kuji, My Hero Academia Versus. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. This figure is based on All Might from My Hero Academia. I'm not sure what the reference for this figure is, so if you know, please let me know down in the comment section. This is an Ichiban Kuji release, and if you'd like to learn more about Ichiban Kuji, please watch the video in my description below once you finish this one. This Ichiban Kuji set consists of Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, Ochako, Dabi, and the Golden All Might as the last one prize. This figure sells for an average price of $170 on the market. If you're interested in buying the figure for cheap, then use my discount code Peaches24 at bashwincollectibles.com to get 10% off of your first order and 5% off of every subsequent order. This figure was released on September 2nd, 2023. All Might stands at about 14.5 inches tall, weighs 4 pounds, 6.1 ounces in box, weighs 2 pounds, 15.8 ounces on his own, and he comes whole with his support. It's okay now, because I am here! Let us talk about probably my favorite character in My Hero Academia. I would say this is likely the most popular character in My Hero Academia. When you think of My Hero, you think of Orubaito, because he's just so cool. So let's dive right into this figure without further ado. This was the only figure in this Ichiban Kuji set that I was really interested in. I'm not interested in collecting every single Masterlise of My Hero, especially because a majority of them are just Todoroki, Bakugo, Deku, over and over and over again. So wasn't that interested in getting everybody, and this set in particular, All Might is the only Masterlise figure in this entire set. The rest are just regular Ichibancho figures. They're not really named any specific brand, so I figured, yeah, I'll just skip them, especially because the character choices in there, I'm like, whatever. But I had to grab this thing, dude. I remember seeing promo pictures online. What an awesome idea for a last one prize. It really kind of feels like a special last one prize. It's huge, it's unique, and it's gold plated. So I don't think there's ever really been a moment in My Hero where we see a Golden All Might at any point. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've watched My Hero. I have to pick it back up at some point. But let me know in the comment section if I'm misremembering where they get this idea from. But super cool. Really, really cool idea. All Might is so popular, and just having him gold-plated as a last one prize in such a triumphant pose as the #1 hero is super cool. So I'm going to give the character choice a 5 out of 5. I think that's a no-brainer right there. His likeness is really sweet, dude. He looks so perfect in the face. You even see that big shining smile in his face, man. The contrast of his, black eyes against the entire gold of the figure is pretty interesting. It would have been cool if they put like his little blue dots in there just to add a little bit more color, but still looks great. They added some details here and there. You can see like the dimples of his just super masculine jaw look really well done. I think it's hard to mess up such a great looking figure like this. You even see like the scrunchiness on his nose. His eyebrows are definitely detailed on there as well. There's really nothing to complain about there. His likeness is also a 5 out of 5. Sculpt quality. Now, I don't know which came out first. I think the last one prize from the Ichiban Kuji, I forgot what I think it's like Become the Hero. It has a Masterlise Extra All Might in there, along with a last one prize version of it. And I think the sculpt is largely the same. I think the only difference is his arm that's pointing out and doing the #1 pose. And of course his, I think his head and his, is probably a little bit different. Everything else is probably the same. But it's such a great sculpt, dude. And I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to knock off points for like recycling or anything, especially because it's such a magnificent sculpt. You can see like his super detailed abs and muscles just bulging out from every single part of his body. His back muscles are super good, and All Might does not skip leg day because this dude is cheeked up in the back as well. There's just so much detail along this sculpt, and it's heavy and beefy. He stands really well. I usually have him sitting up here on this area of my shelf because he doesn't fit on my shelf. Yeah, I'm afraid when he's up there until I get a new case, a new shelf, which I'll do in the future in a video on that. It's just super cool, dude. Sculpt quality is a 5 out of 5. I can't complain about that either. And of course, the big thing about this is the paint and shading, right? He is gold plated from head to toe, other than his eyes. And I will also say that there is shading on this figure. You see some shading application pretty much in the crevices of his body. Like any place that you see like muscles bulging, you'll see like a little bit of shading put in there. But like the gold is just so bright. Now, if you're not a big fan of gold, maybe you think it's gaudy or cheap or ghetto, I don't know what else to describe it, then this may not be the figure for you. But I just think it looks awesome, and on All Might of all characters, I think it's very fitting just because he's like a legendary hero. I think there are statues of him in the show in the manga, so it's very fitting. I think the paint and shading was very well done and perfectly applied all across the figure. That is a 5 out of 5. And of course, size and scale is spectacular. All Might should be this towering, larger-than-life individual. So putting him next to other My Hero Academia figures, he should look the part. He makes Endeavor look small. Well, not small, but he's bigger than my Endeavor, who's also a Masterlise extra. This thing can't even fit on my shelves. So he's huge, and that's so fitting for All Might. He should be like the biggest figure that you have, especially for My Hero figures. And so that, I mean, in a scaling perspective, he's perfect, but just having a figure this size is really freaking awesome. So that's also a 5 out of 5. I think it's super cool. But all in all, guys, this really is just a video of me gushing about this figure. I think he's super cool. I think he's expensive, but it's certainly worth it. I think when you're paying over $100 for a last one prize, this is kind of what comes to mind. Something at this quality and this sheer magnitude is something that you should expect when getting most last one prizes. So I'm gonna walk away and give this All Might a 5 out of 5. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.